Holy smokes, we have green beans coming out of our ears. This is 270-foot rows, and we're having some great success picking every few days. I've picked about 15 gallons of green beans just off the first 2 pickings on 2 rows this size. The problem is we have some pests that are causing some issues, and I'm gonna need some help, so I need a Josh. You called? Everyone needs an instant Josh, especially for these 2-person events. So we have all these pests, Josh, and it is Mexican bean beetle larvae. They're very spiky looking, but they're quite soft bodied. They're easy to kill. You can use a set of gloves. I recommend you pick them off if you see them. The problem of it is they're all up underneath this foliage. And so that's where I'm gonna have Josh help me out, where I'm moving the plants around and we're focused on the affected areas. We're using an organic spray, and it does a really good job killing them effectively. The problem of it is it only works if it can get to them. And if they're all up underneath the canopy and we're not getting that spray to them, then it's not working. We've also discovered several hot spots. There's a lot of our green beans that look perfect right now. The majority look fantastic. So we're gonna give them a light amount of spray, mostly focused on spinosad, or the product called Splivin. It is a great product that is going to be a good preventative, because this is a contact spray, this pyganic product, and it'll kill them outright. The problem of it is it won't get everything. The spinosad, we're gonna spray that bacteria all over here, and then as any that we miss start eating our foliage, they're gonna be really upset because this bacteria targets their guts and disrupts them. So I love that product. And let's be honest here, organic gardening or agriculture is tougher because these are products that aren't going to be getting inside of our plants and green beans and into us. That's the whole plan. I don't want something that's going to be in my garden for the next 10 years, but it is going to take extra effort and sometimes more spraying.
And some of me.
And some of Josh, absolutely. So an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure. We're going to really focus heavily on any of the heavy spots down the row. And then we'll do the broad spectrum of spinosad or Splivin, and we will be set. So before we get started, look at these green beans. I just picked this entire thing yesterday, last night. These are a little bit smaller than maybe prime, but they're close. You have to pick these things every 2 to 3 days, and healthy plants will do that for you. So, holy smokes, there's a bunch more over there. There's just beans everywhere. We've got all these flowering beans. Look at these little guys. In just a handful of days, this little bean is going to be this, and then we're going to be up into here. This is a more tender bean. This is delicious, this size right here, and that's what I prefer. But you can't ever get them all at the same size, so we kind of go a little bit smaller. This is about the smallest that I will pick one right here. And we do that because it's so hard to keep up. They swell up so quickly, and I don't like them really fibrous and large. So if we're gonna take the time to kneel down here and bend over and get our back sore, we want to get those. And the best beans are always down deep into the plant. We've got to pull them back and get down into there. And I will say, some of the row, like this side, I spaced properly. I got the spacing a little bit wrong towards the center, and the plants are almost 5 inches closer together. And what I'm noticing in that area where the foliage is really tight, we're getting these beans that aren't fully developed. And you'll notice that sometimes in your garden, you won't get it to where it's fully developed the entire length of the bean. And you'll have one part that's really fat and the other part that's kind of out of shape. This is usually due to a lack of pollination, and that's because the plants are too close together. It's hard for bees and pollinators to get to the blossoms, and the wind isn't able to get in there as well. All right, let's get to spraying. So let's spray these green beans. It's so critical for these heavily infected plants that have maybe a couple dozen of the Mexican bean beetle larvae on them, crawling up the stems, eating the leaves. You can just see all this damage down in here. And you can even see some of the little yellow guys right there. This is where we're gonna heavily target this area. I'm gonna pull the foliage up and make sure we get all of this down into here. and pull to this side. So Josh, fire up the sprayer and let's go to town. And that right there is plenty good. And we're gonna get this side as well. And just get that foliage right up here by my hands. And we're gonna just be doing that on adjacent plants as well, because these concentrated areas, especially the inside, are just gonna be so thick with eggs that we might not be seeing. We'll just move over and we'll just do a broad spray on the rest of it. But this, everything within about a 3-foot radius, we're just gonna hit really hard and take the time to get into here. And then we'll add spinosad a day or two after this. All right, Josh, you have a lot more work to do.
Yes, sir.
Folks, growing green beans is a lot of fun. They're so much better than the store, and they're one of the easiest crops to grow. But your biggest challenge is likely going to be pests. A lot of other things like to eat them too. So Josh is going to get to work spraying, and I'm going to get to work helping him out. If you have any questions about raising green beans, any of the products that we use to organically take care of this, or anything else, leave it in the comments below, and we'll see you there.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to Grow 365.